and welcome to my special education news channel. My name is Rachel Coast, and thank you for joining me in today's topic. The topic comes from the book called Contemporary Issues in Special Education. The authors of this book are Ashley L. Renee Hershey and Tony Mild. We will be focusing on Chapter 1, which is Applied Behavior Analysis, and should ABA be the basis for educating students with autism? Why is this an issue? One issue is the prevalence rate of autism. According to Renee Hershey and Mild 2020, current data reveals that the prevalence rate for autism is 1 out of every 59 births. With prevalence rates being pretty high, we need to make sure we are giving our students with autism the best method possible to help them, and that we are also giving our teachers the best method to teach their students with autism. Also, according to Renee Mild 2020, behavioral intervention and educational service rendered to individuals with autism are required by federal law to be supported by scientific research. We have to make sure that ABA is the best service and intervention for students with autism. We also have to make sure that it has scientific evidence to support it. We don't want to teach students ABA if it is not supported by scientific evidence. Why did I select this issue? As I am trying to become a special education teacher, I believe it is important that we teach the most current and best methods to our students. Also, we want to make sure that the methods have scientific merit to back them up. If we give our students unsuccessful and not supported methods, it could hurt them in areas such as their academics and social skills. So, what are some cons about ABA? Well, one con, according to Renee Hershey and Mild 2020, after reviewing 2 studies that met the criteria, the What Clearinghouse stated that ABA has shown possible positive effects on cognitive development, yet no effects on communication or social emotional behavior and functional skills. This is a big con because it could mean that ABA is not helping with some of the most important skills that people with autism need help with. Another con from Renee Hershey and Mild 2020 say that many often associate ABA with a very intensive, time-consuming, and specialized type of treatment. This is a con because it could mean that it may not work in classroom setting. A third con, according to Bailey 2013, each insurance company has different procedures and policies concerning ABA, and the remaining cost of providing therapy is not affordable for many families. The reason this can be a con is that if the school doesn't give the child all the hours needed for ABA, the parents may have to pick up the remaining cost. A fourth con, also Bailey 2013, says, although the amount of training most therapists receive is a definite positive, on the other side, that many of the states and localities do not have laws and regulations regarding licensing of ABA professionals, which could be a con because that means really anyone can claim to be an ABA therapist. So, fifth con, according to Bailey 2013, one of the concerns of critics of ABA is that children tend to have robotic behaviors and are not taught to think independently. This could be a con because the students are not thinking how to do the behaviors by themselves. What are some pros about ABA? Well, one pro, according to Renee Hershey and Mild, a tremendous benefit of ABA intervention is that the research has shown that parents and peers can successfully implement these strategies with success. This is a pro because it means that not only professionals can do ABA therapy to help students with autism, but so can their peers and family. A second pro, also Renee Hershey and Mild 2020, the techniques used by behavioral analysis have demonstrated success in increasing social desirable behaviors, decreasing socially unacceptable behaviors, and teaching new behaviors to individuals with autism. This is a pro because it shows that ABA therapy has shown to help students with autism in many areas. Another pro about ABA from Renier, Hershey, and Mild. While ABA is not mandated by the IDA, many parents, teachers, and administrators believe that techniques that adhere to the principle of ABA provide the best results. This is a pro because it means that a lot of people believe it is the best method and has shown the best results. And it shows that a lot of people support it, and also that people have seen it help students. Another pro, according to Renier, Hershey, and Mild 2020, the work of the NPDC resulted in the identification of 24 evidence-based practices. The NPDC stands for the National Professional Development Center of Autism Spectrum Disorder. The Renier, Hershey, and Mild 2020 go on to say many of the focus intervention practices identified as EBAs are based on principles of ABA. That is a huge pro because it means that ABA is backed up by scientific evidence. A fifth pro, another one according to Renier, Hershey, and Mild 2020 say about ABA is that one of the most influential contributions from the principles of ABA was the development of functional behavior assessment and functional analysis, FA. The Renier, Hershey, and Mild 2020 go on to say that an FBA is a common practice to decrease problem behaviors, specifically self-injurious behaviors. This is a pro because we do not want our students to hurt themselves. If we can help them to reduce or stop self-injury, that would be great. So what are some myths about ABA? Well, one common myth is that ABA promotes robotic behaviors. Well, according to the Place for Children with Autism, 2019, behavior rigidity is a common symptom of autism. Then the Place for Children with Autism 2019 go on saying, though those responses may start simple, an effective ABA program will build upon those as a baseline, moving away from the robotic and focusing on natural responses. This shows that ABA is actually helping to try and reduce robotic behaviors. What's another myth? ABA bribes children into doing good behavior. Well, also according to the Place for Children with Autism 2019, reinforcers are used after behavior to encourage that particular type of behavior. Then the Place for Children with Autism 2019 go on to say, bribes are offered only before any behavior and are typically directed at a person versus a behavior. This shows that when we are using ABA, we are not bribing the student to do well. Instead, we are reinforcing good behavior with positive responses. So to conclude, I believe that ABA is currently one of the top therapies for students with autism. The research has shown that it helps students in autism in many different areas such as behavioral, social, reducing self-injury, etc. It has scientific evidence to back it up. Also, much of the research I was looking at was for ABA therapy for students with autism. I had a hard time finding research that was against ABA therapy. I think ABA should be the basis for educating students with autism. Thank you everyone for tuning into my news program today, and I'll see you all soon for my next topic. My name is Rachel Coase, and I am signing off. Have a great rest of your week.